Hi everybody, Bernie Maloney of Powered by Teams here at Agile 2023 with Melissa Boggs and Zach. I know Zach's name, but it's been a long week, y'all.
And it's a German last name, Bonnecker. Like, who remembers that?
So they were track chairs for the Audacious Salon track. Look, not all of these sessions at the Agile Alliance Conference are these big room sessions. These were small, intimate conversations where things could go deep. So y'all got to see all these presentations. What was some of the stuff you liked about being the track co-chairs? What was some of the stuff you hope to bring? What was some of the awesome stuff that you got to observe?
I think the biggest thing that we wanted for the salon this year was inclusivity.
Yep.
We did not want the salon to be a place where people felt like only the important people get to go, and you know that these were, like you said, these big giant discussions. So we created around that idea of inclusivity.
Yeah, the word Audacious Salon. So when we were starting talking about our vision, we said, okay, why don't we just lean fully into the word audacious, and what does that mean at the conference? So we came up with this idea. What if we came up with 4 audacious statements, we call them? You know, things like, it's very important to advance agility. We have got to keep certification programs and things that tend to be controversial.
Yeah, I loved the debates that y'all were like framing. I was like, ooh, that's juicy stuff.
So what would happen if we created these statements that clearly have good and bad? Everything has a up and a down, right? A good and a bad side to it. So what if we asked people with the inclusivity that Melissa talked about to come together, allow for all voices to be heard, and to really engage in meaningful dialogue about their beliefs, their assumptions. What if what if the Audacious Salon could be something that really helps cement their knowledge and help people understand why it is that they believe what they believe?
Cool.
And what if we took those 4 statements and did it every day, but in a different way?
Yes.
So we didn't have 16 different talks. We actually had these 4 statements that we ran through different formats, most liberating structures.
Yeah.
And see what different types of things come out when you are looking at it from a different angle or with a different liberating structure.
Nice. So what were 2 or 3 of the awesome things that you got to see come out of that?
We got to experiment with this track, and Emma was amazing because she let us experiment.
Emma was so trusting.
Yeah, we had this really cool idea.
Emma's the conference chair.
So what if we took this idea, or what if we asked 4 of the best speakers and such that we know to go to all these sessions and listen to what the conference said, and then at the end of the conference, synthesize it, summarize it, connect with other messaging in whatever way that they choose, which means they couldn't come to the conference ready to give a talk. They had to wait to hear all the knowledge and then the last second do something incredible. And what we have found is this emergent talk has just been incredible to watch the knowledge that this conference generates and our speakers' ability to deliver these really impactful messages. And it was super cool to watch this experiment come to life.
It was so creative in the way that there were 4 of them, that each one of them differently approached the job, so to speak, the objective, the vision, because every single one of them was different in terms of how, but every single one of them met the vision, showed up, and just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Cool. So what would Zach and Melissa from the now tell Zach and Melissa from the past, when you were thinking about doing this? So what do you know now that you wish you knew then?
It's a great question.
I would tell myself, I would say the power of debate and dissent and dialogue and discourse amongst very intelligent people is a means to, hey, as the Agile Manifesto says, we're doing it, we're helping others. Debate, dissent, discourse, dialogue, connectedness, and discussion on these topics that matter. That is the pathway to improving, getting better, learning how to be better. Do lots of it. Do all of that.
Cool.
At the conference.
I would say it's been really powerful to see the word of mouth that has happened throughout the week about the salon and having people show up. You didn't know what it was before. I think if we could go back, maybe we would have a little bit more of a marketing plan.
Oh, you mean videos that you could talk to about?
That's a good idea, Zach, in the future. I'd do a video.
So I think we would have maybe learned how to promote it a little bit better, a little sooner, so that people knew what it was, why it was different than maybe your typical talks.
Cool. Thanks, Zach, Melissa, for your time here today.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. See what you're missing out by not being at these Agile Alliance conferences. Hope to see you at another one or in the next video. Until then, I'm Bernie Maloney of Powered by Teams. Be well, stay vibrant.